Hello traders, you're welcome to this video and you're welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this video, we are going to be looking at a very important concept in Forex trading, and that is support and resistance. It's just that in this situation, we are considering an indicator that helps you to automatically plot your support and resistance zones for you. Okay, interesting, right? So if you want to know more, then you might want to watch till the end of this video, because I'm going to be sharing important details about this indicator, all right, and how you can use it effectively. So the auto support and resistance indicator is a custom indicator, all right. So you would have to download it from a reputable source online, and after you download the indicator, this is the MetaTrader 4 platform. So once you download the indicator, then you would have to add the indicator file to your indicators folder, all right. Then after doing that, you will have to restart your MetaTrader terminal. Okay, so now I'm just going to be adding the indicator to the chart. I have already downloaded the indicator, and I have added it to my indicators folder already. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Can you see? I just added the indicator to the chart, and it automatically plotted my support and resistance levels, zones rather, for me. Okay, so now this indicator it is very relevant. All right, it's a very relevant indicator because support and resistance support and resistance zones are a concept that you cannot avoid so long as you are a trader. Okay, unless if you are more like maybe a long-term investor that does not exactly use technical analysis. Yes, but so long as you use technical analysis, then support and resistance zones cannot be overlooked. Okay, so this indicator basically just plots your support and resistance zones for you. It works on all the charts, it works on all the time frames. All right, so once you load it to your chart, it helps you to just identify your zones. So one thing to note about this indicator is that the indicator does not exactly give signals per se. All right, the indicator does not tell you when to buy or when to sell. Right, it just shows you reversal zones, potential reversal zones. Then you make your decision yourself. All right, for example, in this situation, we can see that the indicator showed us reversal zones. This is a support zone, this is a resistance zone, this is a support zone. The support zones are the ones in blue, the resistance zones are the ones in orange, right? So once the indicator has showed you the zones, then you make your decisions. You sell within the resistance zone, sorry, and then you buy within the support zones. Basically, that is how to use the indicator. So if you are familiar with support and resistance zones, if you are a trader who knows how to use support and resistance zones, then this indicator is going to make your strategy much easier for you. Okay, but if you are a newbie who does not exactly have prior knowledge on how to use support and resistance zones, then I'm just going to be briefly showing you how to do that. Okay, so basically support and resistance zones are areas of reversals, right? They are levels where price historically have been rejected multiple times, right? A minimum of 2 times. Okay, so if in the past price has got into a particular zone and was rejected, for example, the price came down to this zone and it couldn't pass through this zone, it got rejected, and it came down again and it couldn't pass through, it got rejected. So long as it has happened at least 2 times, that zone has automatically become a support zone, right? In the case of a resistance, it is where price was climbing up and it got rejected, right? And it happens minimum of 2 times, right? So it happened here, it happened here again, it happened here, it happened here. So a resistance zone has been formed already, minimum of 2 times rejection. Okay, so what you have to do is, once a support zone has been identified, the next time that you see price going into that support zone, there is a tendency that it could face rejection again. Now, it is not a guarantee that there is going to be a rejection, all right, but there is a tendency that the price is going to get rejected. So once the price gets into the support zone, you will be looking out for buying opportunities. Okay, you look out for buy opportunities. Wait for bullish candlestick patterns. Please use candlestick patterns for your confirmations. All right, when using this indicator, I'm going to recommend using candlestick patterns and chart patterns for confirmations. But then additionally, you can decide to add some momentum indicators, for example, like the stochastic oscillators and the MACD or the RSI for additional confirmation. All right. But basically, for you to confirm the signal first, your buy signal or your sell signal, please look for a chart, a candlestick pattern or a chart pattern. For example, in this situation now, after the two levels has already seen rejection, right, and then the support zone was formed, this third time we should ideally wait for a bullish candlestick pattern before entering a buy. Imagine if you had entered a buy right from the time that the price got into here, you would have gotten stopped out, right? So it's ideal that you wait for a bullish candlestick pattern before you enter. Or if you have a breakout, yeah, you can either trade you can trade the reversals or you can trade the breakout, right? So if you want to trade the reversals, wait for a bullish candlestick pattern. In this case, the bullish candlestick pattern exactly did not form, right? The reason why I would say it did not form is because after we had this bullish candle, right, the candle closed above the previous candle, but the very next candle was bearish. So the next candle was a bearish engulfing candle. So this is even more like a bearish candlestick pattern and not a bullish candlestick pattern, because we had a bearish engulfing pattern, right? So ideally in this situation we should have been looking for a breakout opportunity, because there was no bullish candlestick pattern forming within the zone, right, the support zone. So we should look for a breakout opportunity. So in this case, we had a breakout opportunity and we had a little bit of a retest. Remember that one of the things that validates a breakout is retest, right? So we had a retest. Remember that retest may not always get into the breakout zone, right? In some situations, it's going to get there. In other situations, it's not exactly going to get into the breakout zone, right? So we can see in this situation, the price did not get into the breakout zone. So, but we had a little bit of a consolidation and some level of upward movement, and then we had a continuation. So we would have entered a sell right after the continuation, and then we could have set our stop loss inside the support. Please, the reason why you should set your stop loss inside this zone is that even if the retest is not yet complete, there is a chance that we could still see some upward movement towards the breakout zone before a continuation. So you set your stop loss either at the middle of the zone or even above the newly formed resistance, because this was formerly a support, but as the support was broken, it turned into a resistance, right? So you either set your stop loss above the zone completely or around the middle. Maybe if you want to use a tight stop loss to an extent, you can set it just above the breakout zone, right? And then your take profit should be at the nearest support zone. The indicator is gonna form the support zone for you automatically, so there's nothing to worry about. So the indicator is gonna show you the next support zone. As we can see, we have the next support zone here. But in the situation whereby maybe the indicator does not bring out the zone on time, yeah, because remember that indicators, they are lagging, right? Indicators follow price, okay? So you can just set your own levels too, while the indicators are yet to bring out support and resistance zones, right? So I'm going to recommend that while you wait for the indicators to plot new zones for you, right? Remember that one thing with horizontal support and resistance zones is that they continue indefinitely. So if you have a resistance zone here, the resistance zone continues indefinitely. As price continues to move forward, the zone continues indefinitely. But in case there are new zones being formed, before the indicator identifies the new zone, you can decide to just plot your own zones based on what you observe, right? If you want to plot your own zones, you just have to look for reversal points, minimum of 2 reversal times, right? Rejection, points of rejection, right? We have 2 points of rejection. For example, in this situation, can we see that the indicator did not plot any zone here, but we actually have a resistance zone around here because we had 2 points of rejection. So what you have to do is, once you have entered a sell or entered a buy, depending on the direction of the move of the price move, you should just identify your own zones yourself, while you also wait for the indicator to confirm the zones you identified or to set the zone automatically for you, right? But if you are a swing trader, if you trade on higher time frames, then there might not always be the need for you to do the manual identification, because before it will be time for you to exit, most likely the indicator would have already plotted the zones for you. But you can still, to be on the safer side, identify your zones yourself, right? While you wait for the indicator to plot them automatically. Okay, so you set your stop loss at above the breakout zone or above the support or resistance zone completely, and then your take profit should be at the nearest support zone. Then for a buy, if we were to trade this particular zone that we see here, we would have waited. Remember, like I said, you have to wait for a bullish confirmation if you want to trade the reversal, right? You wait for a bullish confirmation. In this case, we didn't exactly have a bullish confirmation because the price even broke out. We had a breakout. Remember, like I always say, when you have a breakout, wait for a retest first. Okay, so in this case, we didn't exactly have a retest. Instead, the price rallied back above the support zone. Okay, so then we now had a resistance form. So as this resistance form, we should have waited for a bearish candlestick pattern. We actually had a bearish candlestick pattern here. So if we would have entered a sell here, we would have set our stop loss above the zone. All right, above the zone, and now take profit will be inside the support zone. So we would have entered somewhere around here, set stop loss here, and set take profit within the zone. Please do not set your take profit at the very end of the zone, right? You can just set it around the beginning point or the midpoint, all right, because the price might not always get to the ending of the zone. Okay, so we would have caught somewhere around 130 pips, all right, if we had entered this sell trade. Stop loss above here, take profit within the support zone. So basically that is how to use this indicator. All right, it's quite an interesting indicator, and it is an effective indicator as well because it works with the principle of support and resistance, and these zones are very important zones in every trader's chart. Okay, so I hope you found this video insightful, and I look forward to sharing more insightful videos with you. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please, you can kindly do that right now so that you don't miss out on more insightful videos that I will be sharing. Okay, until next time, please, if you have not liked this video, kindly like if you enjoyed the video, and also share with those who you think might also find this video insightful. Okay, thank you for watching, and I wish you a very profitable trading. Until next time, cheers and happy trading.